Hey there, welcome to Healthy TV episode number 56. I'm your host, Dr. John McPhee, and on today's episode we're talking about vegetables for breakfast. If you joined me last week for episode number 55, I announced the Wellness Group's monthly challenge for August, which is to eat veggies with every meal. And this is something that's super important and really actually quite easy to do this time of year with all the markets open and all the fresh local produce available. And so go back to last week's episode if you didn't catch it, and I actually gave you 5 core reasons why you want to make sure you're getting lots of vegetables. They supply a lot of the fundamental requirements for nutrients that your body has. So make sure you go back, check out that episode, and also there's a blog post attached to it. Now, after that, I got a lot of questions, and one of the main ones that keeps coming up is, how do you eat veggies for breakfast? And I thought about this because, for me, I don't often even eat breakfast, that's maybe a subject for another post, but when I do eat breakfast, I do often get some vegetables in there, but I thought, there's a reason why people find they have a bit of a blank spot for veggies at breakfast. And at least my thoughts are that the way we eat, the foods we choose to eat, are really culturally driven and strongly linked to habits. So you combine those two things together, and we have these habits developed around what we eat at what times of the day, and that's all kind of based on our North American culture. And what are we taught to eat at breakfast? Well, of course it's bread, cereals, and fruit, and then if you want to be dangerous, you eat some eggs and bacon, but of course we know that that's terrible because there's lots of fat and cholesterol in that food, right? So another topic for another post, but short answer, bacon and eggs, assuming that they're good quality, are actually health foods. Okay. Now that may, if you find that staggering, put it in the comments below. Love to address that question. I always like a bit of controversy. Now, so I thought today I wanted to share with you some principles around getting vegetables into your breakfast, and then you'll see the blog post above where I'm going to give you 5 simple ways to get more veggies into your breakfast. Okay. So the key one is to acknowledge that if we go through these reasons why it's hard to get veggies into your breakfast, is just to acknowledge this underlying belief, and that's for most people is that veggies just don't belong in breakfast, right? Veggies are for lunch and dinner, not for breakfast. Now there's no reason physiologically why that's true. In fact, I can make a really good argument that breakfast is a great time to load up on veggies because they provide your body with a ton of high density nutrients. Okay, so we need to shift that belief system and kind of remove ourselves or detach ourselves from that the cultural influence around what's appropriate to eat at breakfast. I think that it can be something really simple, things that you probably do at the end of the day, like just having a few sticks of it, like having some carrot sticks, celery sticks, cucumber, maybe dipped in some mayonnaise or some other dip, or it could be just leftovers from last night. Lots of times, if I'm eating breakfast, I just have whatever. If I make a stir fry the night before, I just reheat that, throw some eggs on top, and it's delicious and super quick. Right? You're cooking once to eat twice. That's a big principle that drives my behavior in the kitchen. So those are really the key things, is to acknowledge this underlying belief that's probably, if you were to think about it, it's probably not true, right? And I can argue that it's definitely not true. We don't need to load up on carbohydrates in the morning. That's a myth. And there's no reason why vegetables aren't totally appropriate in the morning, apart from just the cultural influence that we've allowed to seep in and drive our habits and behaviors. So I'll stop droning on here, but I'm actually gonna hit the kitchen right now. It's Friday morning for me, and I'm going to go through and share with you 5 recipes that are in the blog post above, and I'm gonna share with you some pictures as I prepare them. All right, so have a great weekend, eat lots of vegetables, and try these recipes. Get some veggies into your breakfast, get your kids eating vegetables at breakfast, help them to create better habits so that when they become adults, it's not taboo. All right, have a great weekend.